Welcome to SVGTV News and Sports for Tuesday, April 1st, 2014. I am Jennifer Richardson with the details. Tomorrow, April 2nd, will see the government returning to Parliament to present a supplementary budget in the sum of $83.9 million to foot expenses following the December 24th trough system. Speaking at his party's 13th anniversary of governance rally at Barely, Prime Minister and Minister of Finance Dr. Rav Gonsalves explains that approximately $21 million of the new estimates will go to the Ministry of Housing, with $50+ million allotted to the Ministry of Works for both capital and recurrent expenditure.
$6 million there for Saboto. I give him some already. For the farmers. Support company to lend the money to the farmers. I've gathered pieces of money from all about. But some of the big money which I get, I can't spend them this year. For instance, from the World Bank, we have negotiated 100 million Eastern Caribbean dollars. The projects for those, we have to do the engineering designs. We will spend a little bit of that money this year. But the bulk of that money I will spend next year and 2016. I can't raise that money there and leave that money there for NDP to spend.
Prime Minister Gonsalves also spoke of other monies to be received, explaining that an additional $30 million is to be collected from the Caribbean Development Bank.
$20 million from the European Union in respect of what is the disaster. All the money. With the help of Camilo, I get $13.5 million from Mexico. That might be inside of the estimates. $2.7 million from Taiwan. I put that in these estimates. Comrades, when I told you to go on your marks, I wasn't making sport, you know.
General elections will be called here by December 2015. That's according to Prime Minister and leader of the ruling Unity Labour Party, Dr. Rav Gonsalves, who was speaking to party supporters at Barely last Saturday. Dr. Gonsalves says he will soon be making decisions on the candidates for both the North and South Leeward constituencies, as several persons have expressed interest to compete on the party's ticket for the upcoming general elections.
But we do not have a history in this party of fighting one another. And very shortly, decisions will be made in relation to those and other constituencies. I give you my word on that. The elections which are coming between now and the end of December next year, it is going to be my last as party leader. I will stay on and represent the constituency of North Central Windward. And I have soldiered long and hard for the people of this country. And you have been good to me. I am asking you, when I come to you, give Comrade this last one as leader to complete some unfinished tasks.
Prime Minister Gonsalves used the opportunity to ask Vincentians for a last chance to serve them as Prime Minister.
Asking you to tell your children and your grandchildren, I want the young people to tell one another that they have to do this last one for the comrade. Last one for the comrade. I will stay in North Central, where I have a house, and I will represent my constituency there. And I want to thank North Central Windward for making me at the moment the longest serving parliamentarian in the House today.
An explanation has been put forward as to why St. Vincent and the Grenadines abstained from the United Nations General Assembly vote reaffirming Ukraine's territorial integrity. SVG and Jamaica were among the 58 countries that abstained during the vote last Thursday. Ambassador to the United Nations Rhonda King told the Assembly that St. Vincent and the Grenadines viewed the recent events in Crimea and Ukraine with great concern, reiterating the position adopted by the Caribbean community countries for a peaceful settlement of disputes and respect of Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity.
Secessionist referenda and referenda on sovereignty by ethnically and historically distinct inhabitants of a particular geographic space should not be manipulated or selectively accepted by would-be imperial powers. We note the sad irony that those most supportive of Kosovo's unilateral declaration of independence now reject that of Crimea, while those with the strongest arguments against the ICJ decision on the legality of the Kosovar UDI now cite it approvingly. St. Vincent and the Grenadines also recalls that the principles advanced to justify intervention in Ukraine are eerily similar to those posited 31 years ago in the context of our CARICOM neighbor Grenada. However, this time, the legal defenders and dissenters have switched places.
Ambassador King told delegates present at the UN meeting that St. Vincent and the Grenadines has long advocated and advanced the principle of territorial integrity, even in the case of ongoing civil war and sectarian unrest.
Similarly, St. Vincent and the Grenadines stoutly defends Article 2, Item 4 of the UN Charter, which prohibits the threat or use of force against territorial integrity or political independence of any state. We also view the principle of self-determination for non-implanting population, particularly in the context of decolonization, to be sacrosanct. Unfortunately, the nature of today's resolution and the arguments of its chief proponents have called into question the universal and consistent applicability of international law in these and similar instances. Despite our real and continuing concerns with the events that have taken place in Crimea and Ukraine, we view today's resolution as motivated more by the principles than principles.
By a vote of 100 in favor to 11 against, with 58 abstentions, the 193-member General Assembly called on all states, international organizations, and specialized agencies not to recognize any alteration of the status of the Autonomous Republic of Crimea and the city of Sevastopol on the basis of the March 16th referendum. The General Assembly also voted to refrain from any action or dealing that might be interpreted as recognized in any such altered status. The month of April has been designated as Child Abuse and Prevention Month. Deputy Governor General Dame Monica Dakin says that child abuse is a community problem. Hence, finding solutions will require the involvement of the community.
Citizens should become more aware of child abuse and its prevention, and thereby support parents in raising their children in a safe, nurturing environment, and call upon all citizens, community agencies, religious organizations, medical personnel, and the business community to increase their participation in our efforts to prevent this evil in our society.
The activities for the month will be celebrated under the theme, Let Our Voices Be Heard. Let us know you care. Break the silence. Vincentians are being encouraged to go organic and support local produce. This was re-emphasized yesterday at the official launch of Brioche, a line of coconut products conceptualized by a young couple. Kristen John Dean tells us more on the event and the products in this report.
Soaps, scented candles and coconut oil are the products which make up Brioche, created by young couple Tareen and Bernadette Warren. The products, which were officially launched yesterday, are all organic, and the Warrens are challenging Vincentians to try the healthy way of life by using their products.
There's nothing like when you get home after a hard day's work and you want to relax and you light a candle, because At low light, candlelight is different. You know, when you're in the room and you have a nice candlelight, it's just different. It takes you back, and with a scent that you like, it helps you to relax even faster.
I don't know if anybody here can tell me what any of those are. Can you just take a moment and just look at these? I mean, what are those? Those are things that mess with our system. Sometimes these are things that can actually be killing us slowly and causing cancers. Look at the ingredients in all the soap. Our soap is very premium. We have all natural. It's almost edible. It's almost edible. That's how good it is. And I must tell you, it lathers very well. It's not, the lather is not compromised. The cleansing is not compromised. This is actually what soap is supposed to look like and be made from.
Assistant Executive Director of the SVG Hotel and Tourism Association, Francila Maxman Sterling, told the Warrens that perception rules when purchasing products, and this is why they should continue to expand their market and increase the quality.
You have to make the customers love it. Remember, they don't always think your puppy is cute, so you have to get them to love your puppy. This is my product, this is why you need to use it, this is a passion, this is why I'm doing it. Okay? So you definitely need to do that and define your product to your customers. Those of us invited here to support the Warrens with their brioche today, I think we need to care enough to demand excellence of them. Excellence sometimes has a price tag, so obviously we also have to prove our support by purchasing their product.
Meantime, Camille Crichton, who has been a businesswoman for 25 years now, encouraged the couple to be true to their dreams and each other.
But do not be despair or get frustrated when you cannot get coconuts. Yes, this is an opportunity for our farmers, but it can also be an opportunity for your business to grow and expand. You can look beyond simply buying product and plant your own coconut trees for the future.
The Warrens are encouraging the public to visit their website at briochesvg.com, where they will get more information on the products currently on the market and those to come. Kristen John Dean reporting for SVG-TV News.
Still to come, CDC Chairman appeals to LIA to iron out its issues ahead of Vincy Mas 2014. More stories on the local scene when SVG-TV News continues. Don't go away. Welcome back. Chairman of the Carnival Development Corporation CDC, Dennis Ambrose, has called on regional carrier LIAT to iron out all its issues before the staging of Vincy Mas 2014. Speaking at a CDC press conference yesterday, Ambrose said every year passengers experience issues relating to the airline, which adds to their uncertainty of getting to SVG in time for the activities. He asked that these issues be ironed out ahead of time so that the period of Vincy Mas is not entangled in industrial action of any sort.
An ongoing sore point is a continued problem of limited travel access. While we are still some time away from the new airport facility, we will try to maintain hopeful that between now and Carnival, our platinum sponsor and regional carrier, LIA, will help us in this regard by adding more flights into St. Vincent to ease the usual frustration faced by persons traveling into St. Vincent. This is critical. This is a critical time for us, and the traveling patrons deserve every opportunity to get to their destination here.
On a brighter note, reigning soca monarch Gamal Skinny Fabulous Doyle was congratulated by the CDC chairman for his performance at the 2014 Trinidad and Tobago International Soca Monarch. Ambrose said Doyle's performance was an indication of what persons can expect for Vincy Mas 2K14.
I'm compelled to state here that an early taste of what to come for Vincy Mas 2014 was displayed during the Trinidad Carnival season by our own Skinny Fabulous, who gave one of his sterling performances at the International Soca Monarch. Although he did not place among the top three, his presentation was nothing short of his name, Fabulous. Congratulations are in order from the CDC to Skinny.
Carnival Monday's T-shirt bands competition is a growing phenomenon for Vincy Mas, and some of the participating bands are making their position clear to take the top spot this year. Zulika Lewis tells us more in this report.
We have a truck on the road. We have a truck on the road. We have one big bad truck on the road.
The concept of the big bad truck on the road may have been sung by Trinidadian soca artists and Bunjigal and Alvarez, but come Carnival Monday, July 7th, 3 major business entities here say they are all trucked up to take the King of the Road title in the popular Monday evening T-shirt band competition. At the first CDC press conference for the year, some of the major sponsors who will be having T-shirt bands announced their plans for the occasion with the hope of coming out on top. For telecommunications provider Lime, their soon-to-be 4G Carnival launch will be the talk of the town. According to its marketing manager, Nicola Williams, Lime will be bringing the fun to Carnival.
We do know that Lime has the biggest Monday band on the road, and that is not going to change. There's going to be some serious competition this year, but it's all in the fun. So you can look forward to our Monday band tearing up the road, because we do have the best and the baddest on our 2 trucks, I must add.
Super Platinum sponsors of Vincy Mas, St. Vincent Brewery, will be pulling out their Guinness gears to take the title. Regional Commercial Manager Shafia London Williams said there is no carnival without drinks.
I want to hear and now state that we are going to have one big bad truck on the road. And it's a black truck under the brand Guinness. So this year we have one big bad black truck on the road for Monday.
Known as one of the oldest bands on the road, the National Lotteries Authority will be bringing its age of experience to the road on Carnival Monday.
Now, I've heard persons this morning talking about truck on the road and that kind of stuff. Black truck and lime truck and all that kind of thing. But all I can say is that we have 2 trucks on the road. Alright? We've been doing that over the years, and come 2014 we're going to be having 2 trucks on the road.
Vincy Mas 2014 will be launched on Saturday, May 3rd at the Solidarity Inc. car park. Miss SVG May 31st, Soca Swing June 1st, Fantastic Friday June 27th, Junior Carnival and H2O June 28th, Junior Pan Fest June 29th, Junior Calypso and Soca Monarch July 1st, Steel and Glitter Panorama July 3rd, Miss Caraval July 4th, Soca Monarch, Raga and Power July 5th, Dimanche Gras July 6th, Juve and Evening Street Party July 7th, and Mardi Gras July 8th. For SVG-TV News, I am Zulika Lewis.
Resource personnel for the Adult and Continuing Education Program in the Ministry of Education, Francis Clark Palmer, is appealing to Vincentians to acquire a learned skill. Speaking at the recent graduation ceremony of a sewing workshop at the Doris McIntosh Learning Resource Center, Clark Palmer says oftentimes persons tend to gravitate towards other forms of employment, and while this is good, having a skill is equally important.
And I always make a joke and say, if we only had pure doctors and lawyers, nobody would eat food, nobody would eat fish, we would have nothing. So we need these technical and vocational, highly skilled people like you to be in the next generation. These are opportunities and door openers, and then the government would not have to issue work permits for people to come from abroad to do these things when you are here and can do the work.
Meanwhile, Parliamentary Representative of West St. George, Cecil Sess Mackey, promises the government's commitment towards financing Phase 2 of the skills training program.
The word has gone around through the entire constituency. People are calling every day. They want to start this program as soon as possible. So we have to roll right into Phase 2 of the sewing program. We have also identified that we are going to do other development programs, and of course we'd have the center here that we can utilize.